Hello everyone, welcome back to my kitchen. Tonight we're making meatballs, Salisbury steak. So we're going to start off with 1 pound of ground beef, 1/4 cup of breadcrumbs, 1/4 cup of milk, and 1 egg. With that, you're going to add 1 teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce. Next, you're going to add 1 teaspoon of salt. And after that, you're going to add 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper. You're going to set that aside and go ahead and chop 1 small onion very finely and 2 cloves of garlic. I actually have roasted garlic in my freezer, so that is what I used, is my roasted garlic. I'll lay that on the chopping block just to thaw for a little bit, and then I'll just kind of chop that up and then added it to the ground beef mixture along with those chopped onions. I will leave a link in my description down below for how I roasted this garlic and saved it from my garden from the summer. So we're just going to mix this well, and I didn't have gloves again, so I'm just using a sandwich bag on my hand to keep my hands out of the raw meat. Next, I actually added about 2 tablespoons of avocado oil to my skillet. Letting that heat up, I'm making my meatballs, and then I'm going to add them to the hot oil in the skillet. We're going to brown these about 4 minutes on each side. And my skillet's pretty full, so I'm going to go get a fork and help give my spatula a little help flipping these over without tearing them up. So I'd like to say thanks for watching my videos, and if you have not subscribed, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel. And please, if you watch my videos, I'd love for you to give me some comments. I love to hear all the wonderful comments, and I love your likes. So thanks for doing that. So back to the meatballs. We're going to cook these again on the back side, on the underside, for another 4 minutes until they're done. And when they are all done, we're going to remove these from the skillet to make our gravy. Now the gravy is homemade, and I don't think I will ever make gravy from the instant packets again. This is way too easy. So I'm going to add about another tablespoon of olive oil to my skillet, and then I'm going to loosen up all the bits of ground beef that have stuck to the pan. And I'm also going to add a 1/4 cup of plain flour to the skillet, browning that flour for a couple of minutes. And then I'm going to add a 1/2 cup of water, mixing that well until it is thickened. And then I'm going to add 2 cups of beef broth. And it would have been better if I'd used a whisk here, but I just continued moving the broth around with the spatula, scraping the bottom of the pan until it became thickened. Once it was thickened and bubbly, I added my meatballs back to the gravy and let it simmer for about 15 more minutes. I went ahead and tasted, and I felt like it needed just a little bit more seasoning, so I added some salt and pepper to the gravy. So while I was letting the meatballs simmer in the gravy, I got my mashed potatoes ready to serve. This was a nice hearty meal that I think your family will enjoy. So if you give it a try, let me know.